Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Today we will discuss the last part of this chapter, that is to understand the concept of full employment. Government or policy makers usually worry about the following two situations in the economy. The first one is when the level of unemployment is high. This is a key indicator of the economy, and when it is high, it shows the economy is not doing well. And second, when the level of unemployment is too low, because this indicates excess demand in the economy, leading to excess demand in the labor market. And if this situation is not being addressed quickly, this could lead to rising wages level, and this can also trigger cost push inflation in the economy. So the government would take certain policies to stimulate the demand for labor in the economy, especially when the level of unemployment rate is high. So to address the above concerns, there are few questions that we need to think about. First, if too much and too little unemployment are not desirable, then how much is just right? Second, what unemployment rate represents full employment? So in finding the answers to the two questions earlier, now let's discuss this concept, the concept of natural rate of unemployment, or NRU. This rate is not easy to estimate. However, we need to take note on the following trends in the labor market. The natural rate of unemployment is defined by the rate at which wage and price inflation are either stable or at acceptable level. Again, this statement doesn't give us the answer to what is the right full employment level. Full employment is the rate of unemployment at which job vacancies equal the number of unemployed workers. So this is usually true in the long run, where in order to find full employment, we need to observe the level of job vacancies in the long run, and it should be equal to the number of unemployed workers. Therefore, NRU is the level of unemployment at which any increase in aggregate demand will cause no further reductions in unemployment, or unemployment is voluntary. In short, NRU is equal to frictional unemployment plus structural unemployment, because these two types of unemployment will always be there in the economy. So here we find that NRU is affected by the following points. Number one, voluntary turnover rates among employed workers. These workers, they are voluntarily choose to be unemployed. For example, in the case of frictional unemployment or structural unemployment. And NRU also is affected by movements in and out of the labor market or the labor force. And it is also affected by the length of time it takes for the workers to find jobs. So in this slide, it explains about the pattern of unemployment in the United States. Do realize that NRU would change depending on few factors as mentioned earlier, and it also would change from time to time because of this structural change in the economy. You can read this further from the textbook. But going to this slide, what is the NRU? So there are many attempts to estimate the level of natural rate of unemployment. And as I mentioned earlier, the rate has changed over time. It was 5.4% in the 1960s in the United States. Then it rose to 7% in the 1970s. Later, it was 6% to 6.5% in 1980s. A famous economist, Arthur Okun, is famously known for the Okun's law. He mentioned that for every 1 percentage point there is a decline in the aggregate unemployment rate, this would result in a 3 percentage point increase in the United States GDP. I think many of you have learned about Okun's law before. So that's a brief discussion about the concept of natural rate of unemployment. It is also can be estimated using the stock flow diagram where we compute the steady state level of unemployment. However, this textbook doesn't discuss that, so I skip the discussion on that part. So this is the end of this chapter. Please revise the chapter. Inshallah, we will continue with another chapter. See you next time. Wassalam.